Alright, testing. 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Alright, we are lime. Yeah, I got a lost to Planet 3. From what I seen, it's like an FPS game. And let's check it out and see how it goes. And if this game is good or not. We are playing a new game. New game, new tile. Let's try with the easy. If it's too easy, maybe we can start from the normal. Yeah, we're gaming soul. Hello, how are we doing?
Please say something.
Diana.
How's it be? Welcome in, welcome in.
You're on my hand?
Just stay calm, I'll dig you out. Your harmonizer's toast, but I gave you mine. There's not much T energy to draw on
Did
here.
it work? Are they safe?
I think so.
Did it lock? Ah, sweet.
If they stick to the plan, they should be miles deep before Nevik punches through.
So you're saying sounds good.
You need to be gone.
I'm gonna make a joke, but I think it's not a good idea.
You're my only family, and I'm not leaving you in here. Damn it, why can't I move this thing?
You're as stubborn as your grandmother.
This is all my fault. I just listened to you.
You're
Used to line people by the paper and pen. Ah, nice.
Just forget about that, please. It doesn't matter.
It does.
You're gonna use like a drawing pad or something?
You've been keeping secrets so long.
Your game, yes.
It's hard to stop. There are things you have a right to know.
We'll have time later.
I'm trying to increase that subtitle size, so I guess gotta see what's going on.
Damn.
Do you guys hear the game sound? Jayam on the penthouse? Sweet. Nice.
You know, back on Earth, my father believed you had to confess your sins if you want to be forgiven. He never got the chance, but maybe this is mine.
The Earth was a troubled place when I left it. I was 32 when they recruited me. A bold and lucrative opportunity to be part of an expedition to an unexplored world. 50 years ago now. 50 years
You can hear
ago,
the game sound? Sweet.
my choices. 50 years since I damned us all.
Did they get better? Yeah, that one sounds good. Oh, when they show if it's spaceship at the start, you know shit's gonna get the fan. Real bad. Especially a ship with a name. Oh, those are the times, dude. I am excited. Give me a second, I gotta enable the what you got? Stream avatars, and then I have to set up my stream as well. Once the cutscene is over, I will do that. What's your name? What have you been up to?
holes.
Really nice.
How long do you reckon before they come for us? Depends on how off course we were blown by the storm. However, it appears the transponder guiding our welcoming party to this location was lost in the crash. Without that, odds of survival are remote. I suggest we find it.
Stay here while I track it down.
That is in face. Sweet. You're gonna use Jasmine as a model. Alright, let's see. Loading is loading. Once it's done, we can continue. I think I might have found the game I'd like to play, probably. Let's see. Like, for a while, there is so many bugs that I've been playing. Like, it's not going really well in terms of game selection. Am I there? Yeah. Yo, follow the timer to get one of those avatars. If you like.
Doc, I don't think we're alone out here.
I hope that wasn't the transponder. Let's get some light in here.
You find games on YouTube? Yeah, usually that's how it goes, but... Okay, this gunplay already feels more impactful. Like, years of what gun doesn't feel impactful at all. You see it? Like, you see it, right? Like, you can feel like you're hitting something with it. Anime GTA, Spider-Man. We are waiting for another. Yeah, I can be excited for that too. I would play this. Man, they are not holding back. They just immediately throw him into the pit of death. Oh, those are traps. Sweet. I think this game came in like a Dead Space era. What do you think? I think it's probably around there when it came out. Kinda has that similar the suit health bar system, I think. Similar health bar system, eh?
makes you look?
Kind of like Dead Space, yeah. Nice. Remember the 3D Leaders? I gotta play that game. I think I would give it another shot.
Thanks for the save. I owe you one.
Oui, oui, le roi, c'est moi. Time it up for that later. Head back to the supply drop and try not to get stepped on, huh?
Kovac, Dr. Kendrick Kovac. Don't call me Kenny.
Hey, my name's Hutchings. Friendly Frenchman's LaRoche. So, you're not packing a long-range firearm, are you?
Not on me. But somewhere in that ship, I got a 30-06 old family heirloom. No idea where it's packed. Got my pistol, though.
Good enough. Give me a second.
I'm going to retire to the relative safety of the interior. Good luck up here.
That's a good game if you're not scared to get like me out. Ah. I mean, I played it for a bit. I don't know. I gotta re-download that game. Like, it's the first person game, that's why it just makes me sick. Like, this one is a third person, right? But first person game, the camera movement, it really makes me sick fast. Yo, gaming graphics peaked this era, dude. Look at this shit. Most of the Unreal Engine games, it doesn't look like this, dude.
So this is what the recruiter meant by non-aggressive indigenous creatures.
When did this game released? Can I check? But maybe I should just play the World Last. World Last game that's a game before 2020 or something. Okay, looks like I had to improve the subtitle size. Unfortunate.
You will. She raised some valid questions.
Yeah, sure. You mean she blathered insane conspiracy theories every time you're trying to drink in peace? Why even
This was 2013. Yeah, I gotta play games like before 2015.
She's the one you're replacing. A contractor like you.
I gotta play the old ass ones. I'm gonna play Prince of Persia. Like I saw Woogie had all the Prince of Persia and his cat mark. I'm gonna play them out. One is going through.
No, I made it in one piece somehow. What now?
Your environment suit is within umbilical range of my rig. You should be seeing extra tactical readouts. Minimap, radar, loadout details, as long as you stay close to the rig. Tu me comprends?
Good deal.
Use your radar to see advancing enemies. Look now! Hey, newbie, pick up the glowing orange blood the animals leave behind. You will need it for later, and fast.
cat's been damaged. Hey, you're in construction, right? See if you can repair this thing.
Yeah, I see the problem. Give me a second.
Newbie, know how to repair? First, you have to find the proper repair frequency.
Yeah, thanks, boss. I know what I'm doing here.
Do it yourself. Huh.
Okay, you're all set.
Heads up, you got incoming.
You can skip the Prince of Persia HD. Why? Is it bad? What now?
Great. Now hold
Okay.
on. LaRoche, you take the high road while I
We
ride
gotta jump in the car.
Aye, aye, atoll.
And that was my introduction to EDM3. Baptism by fire.
The end is also a good game. I think I played it for you.
Base camp was uneventful, but calm
Yeah, I think
was
I
wrong.
I played it for you with my friend offline. I think I finished it. So
Look, you
Well,
weren't
that
the
is
only
that.
kid on this base. We all miss Diaz. But I tried to warn you. Nevik would never use that as an excuse until they started seeing results.
It's not about Jeanette. You know it's not.
Oh, so you're still blaming me, though?
I never said that.
You didn't have to. You just checked out.
They're looking for something that doesn't exist. I'm directing my efforts where the science leads.
well, then when I was streaming at the game puzzle bosses were very annoying. Game puzzle? But game had a puzzle?
They insisted.
And that's it. Not a peep from you.
Not a...
I don't remember it.
It's only because of me that you still even have a job here.
Oh, yes, a job answering to... him.
Dr. Kovac, glad to see you made it in one piece.
Yes, it's been an eventful morning. Phil Braddock, I presume? Dr. Roman? Been some time.
Feels like yesterday, Kenny. You'll excuse me.
Okay.
And you must be Jim Payton. You really stepped up out there, huh? You must have a million questions. Hope you don't mind being thrown into the deep end.
Sir, I'm here to work. All I need to know is how a man can earn some credits around here.
Thermal energy. That's the name of the
Meow
game.
puzzles is not me neither.
Blood?
I don't like puzzles.
Yeah, boss, we just spilled gallons of the stuff.
Oh, it's well more than that. Flows through everything on EDN3. Creatures, tectonics, all the way down to the core. It's what makes life possible in a climate like this.
The lessons introduced in 2017.
And Nevik
Developers before the year 2017.
I believe
You can see the background
We're gonna
characters.
study it. Find a way to make it viable, cost-effective for harvest.
These are the
next
MBA using
We're
his soft
leaving
charts.
No angle unexplored.
Very good. Science is always best, without boundaries.
Peyton and I got a lot of contracts that'll keep you busy. Construction, repairs on the base, but if you want to go home a rich man, you'll take on that hazard pay. Keep
No,
it
it's Meow Betcha from Resident Evil
Yes, sir.
Village.
Just point me to my rig.
The main character or the other one?
Peyton, I can't recommend strongly enough that you visit the quartermaster and get yourself a good hunting knife. You've seen how up close and personal the acrid can get. But first you want to head down to the service pit and inquire with our lead tech, Gale, as to the status of your rig. Welcome aboard, Jim. Doctor, if you'll stay and chat. Sorry you had to see that. You know Bonnie can have a flair for the dramatic.
Is that what that was? I assumed it was sarcasm. Usually she just yells at me.
Circumstances are a little different now. I'm sure she'll be a cooperative and productive member of your team. Just a second, Doctor.
This is absolutely a You, what's that game? Dead Space era game. Let me a bit old though.
Attention! The water pipes in East Block will be frozen over for at least the next 2 hours. Turn all faucets on and keep it running until the problem is solved.
Bit fat like shopkeeper guy. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I didn't play that game.
I know everyone's
Hello.
excited about the supply drop, but no crowding this time. I see anyone near the inventory out of
The one problem I had with that game is just in the Resident Evil Village, like the sound one. I think the sound one is Village, or I don't know which one it is. But when I played it, you have to go into a certain area, otherwise the game won't progress. Yeah. And then they just spawn infinite enemies. I just ran into that and then I quit. It was kinda annoying. But after I played Resident Evil 4, I kinda expected that, so it was way more easier. But yeah, but you have to go into a certain door or a certain area, otherwise you were just fucked. Especially the fucking things, the zombies or whatever those things are, it's super bitch to kill. They don't die that fast either.
I think you'd have seen them already, but yeah.
No, I mean the lead tech for this bay. I think they said her
Yeah.
name was Gail.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of me. I know. I hear it all the time. Girl's name. Shouldn't I be off looking for a date for junior prom? Dude, I understand you're concerned. Don't worry about a thing. I am totally getting college credit for this gig. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm in the mood. I read you.
Listen, kid. Gail. How about we do the get to know you?
Resident Evil 5, 6, I played 4 remake.
Serious?
I didn't play 2 or 3, but 4 I played, 5 I played, 6 I played, 7 I tried, 8 didn't even bother.
Come again.
It's a nice solid rig you got. Pretty intuitive design. It was no trouble. I had fun with it, really. All the diagnostics checked out. In fact, I just got done with the finishing touches.
What finishing touches?
Threw on some spring-loaded Kerner retractors. Jeanette said they always came in handy when the heat was on, which happens more often than you'd think on an ice planet. Get it? Ice planet? Because the heat...
Kid, listen to me and listen close. I got 3 things in the world. My wife, my son, and this rig. Guess which one I'm counting on to take care of the other 2? You follow? That is my whole nest egg. I built it myself. I know every gear, every circuit, and I can't have her breaking down on me because some intern needed to show off.
Can I just say 2 quick things?
Please.
Okay, first, you can't really say in the world anymore because you're on another planet. Sorry, just pet peeve.
And
secondly, okay, it's your show, Jim. I'm just here to help out. Give it a test drive whenever you feel like it, and if it ain't ship-shape, break it all down by morning. Deal? I promise you won't be sorry.
Emote. Is that Pokemon emote? Nice. I think it's more interesting to watch narrative-based games, or maybe Souls-like. So like, you know, you can watch me marked out, trying to get through an area.
I heard the whole hangar John about how we were getting a fresh pair of faces around here. I'm the quartermaster, name's Bowers, but most people call me Birdie. You make an honest dollar, you come spend it here, eh? All right, pal, take your time eyeballing the wares. I'll stay out of your hair. Quality hunting knife, top of the line for up-close protection. Comes with a lifetime guarantee and unlimited free sharpening. Not that you'll need it. Nice. She'll pack a bigger punch now, though the trade-off's a touch more recoil. It's well worth it in my humble opinion. See yous around.
Okay, how do I use it? I purchased an upgrade.
Yeah, nice meeting you,
You looking
Birdie.
for something specific?
Maybe I should have gotten the shotgun.
See yous around.
But are you watching me playing auto games of breaking out? I'm thinking which horror game is really scary, so I can just make you play it. Let me think. Watching the Assistant was pretty scary when I played it. You can play that. Marjorie Assistant. I would have played that one. That was a good one. And you could try even with him too. See if it works on your computer, because for me it didn't work for shit. Like the audio issue was so weird. Maybe that game came out before any CPUs or something. So that's why the audio is fucking up. I don't know. But it's the audio issue kinda. I would have loved to play that game, dude. Like a year within. So unfortunate, it just literally doesn't work. Maybe if I upgrade the graphics drivers? I don't know. That issue it has is so weird.
Jim's heading out, so let's prep the rig, people.
You know what I do with the gotcha? Yeah, Marjorie Assistant then. I mean, you can always replay the games in the stream too. You know? Once if you played it offline, you can replay it online.
Not bad at all.
Thanks. Didn't need this though. Oh, you ready to try this? Dry-treated hypertensile current retractors. I like to call it the Cockpit Express. You got one on the front, one on the back. You just clip in, give the line a tug, shoot!
And by shoot, you mean launch myself up at solid metal from 10 meters down and hope I don't break my neck?
As an alternative to being eaten? Yeah.
Sure it is.
I played that game long ago. Yeah, that would be great for a Halloween stream. When is Halloween making it? Well, we got Diwali like in Monday, but Halloween? When?
Okay, the rig's passed our diagnostics check, but let's see if those servo
What day is Halloween? It's pretty close to Diwali, right? If I remember it right.
Great. Now test the drill arm swing servos with a punch.
Watch
Excellent. Notice how much faster your arm swing is? Just one hit from yours truly. Okay, just a few more tests. Now the drill. Great. Lastly, I upgraded the shielding on your wrist brace to the class 4. Try to fix your posture. Beautiful. You'll be using that move here on EDN3 more than you have probably on any other job. Sweet. We're done. Let's release your rig. Be free! LaRoche, come in. Corona's base to LaRoche. Do you copy? God damn it, we can't lose LaRoche now. We barely have Diaz replaced.
Hey, Chief. Jim Payton here. You copy?
Peyton, is your rig online already?
Yeah, looks like the kid here might know his stuff, but I'll know for sure after I take her out for a spin. That French fella still not back?
Yes, I'm afraid he hasn't been responding to radio calls.
Well, why don't I go have
This is kinda cool. I'm learning a mech
I know
now.
we parted ways, and he did save our bus just a little.
Say no more, Peyton. You got your first assignment. Good luck.
Save det är Divani? Interesting. That definitely is on the 31st of October. Oh, that's like end of the month, right? Wait, 31st October. October, November. So this month the end. Okay, makes sense. I don't know.
Look at that.
Working inside the mech. What the heck?
Hey, darling. Hi. So I'm just gonna decide that it's not weird to be having a one-way conversation with you. Not weird at all. Yeah. Oh, hey, I thought you might need some music up there to keep you sane, keep you thinking of home, so there's a playlist for me attached to this message. Hopefully it all magically works and you can play it as soon as your rig's up and running. Okay, that's it for now. Just let me know you got there in one piece, okay? Miss you already.
Jullie wisten het koud weg, wat denk je? That's your Halloween, do you want to do it together? Oh, I see, yeah.
Well, that doesn't look good. Best to follow the trail.
Coronas, this is Peyton. You still read me?
Peyton, Corona's actual.
Let's see. White Canyon Junction? Looks pretty beat up, but no trace of the man himself.
I know he's out there somewhere. Braddock out.
Hello? LaRoche!
Hello?
Over here!
We just want to play with the flow with us all up. All day. Yeah, that's the crewmate, I think. Yep.
C'est des conneries. I had that crab out of its shell and ready to dip in butter. Then one foot slips over the ledge and my whole rig is on her back. Did you see what he did to her?
Nothing that can't be fixed. You're lucky you got out with all your limbs.
Ah, keep your perspective to yourself, rookie. Fight a few giant crab monsters of your own, then speak to me of luck.
Fair enough. Guess we're even.
First, we survive. Then we keep score.
Yeah. Well, I got the second one.
Coroner's Actual, this is Peyton. I found your Frenchman. He's at a fueling depot near Watkins Pass.
Oh, that's a relief. Sending out a rescue team now. Good work, Peyton. You should find your account credited with a search and rescue.
Oh, that's some money. Shit. I gotta pick them up.
Near Watkins Pass. Your predecessor, Diaz, set up a thermal post nearby. It's been sitting full, wasting T energy since she disappeared. Locate the post and tap it before you return. Just be careful. Acrid like to nest around untended thermal posts.
Money, money, money. Yes, money, money. Alright, so far we have been good. Boogie what Pokemon we got? Magnemite. The only Pokemon I care about is Gardevoir. I know there is like a male version of it. That's pretty much it. The rest again suck. Maybe Meow Meow. Is that good thing is called a Meow Meow? I don't know. Jesus, that's not a good idea, is it? And Meow, make sure not to catch that one. I think I maybe have it. I don't know. You can catch it and send it away. Claimed by the at its finest. I did a grenade. Oh, that damn it, you got him. Okay, this is getting a bit creepy.
Corona's actual. Yeah, this is Peyton. I copy.
What's going on?
Hayden, get back to base ASAP. Emperor-class storm bearing down on us from blind sector north-northwest. ETA 3 minutes. We need you to secure the base moorings with your rig. We haven't had time to reinforce them since that last damn storm. You copy, Jim? Hightail it here or there won't be a base to come back to.
Roger that, boss. Flying in. Payton out.
Great freaking thing to get out of here, Jim.
You gotta run! No, that keeps you in on them. Look at the red dots on my map.
Hayden, where the hell are you? We need your rig to secure the base moorings before the storm gets here. Get back to base immediately.
I'm working on it, son of a bitch.
Repeat, Emperor-class storm incoming from blind sector. We've lost the Zone 5 tension leg. Repeat, Zone 5 mooring is gone. Evacuate all Zone 5 pods. Repeat, evacuate Zone 5 pods immediately.
We're clear Corona side. Tension line secure and awaiting mooring stabilization on your end, Corona's actual.
Roger, rig is on approach. Peyton, quickly use your rig's claw arm to grab and tighten all 3 of the moorings.
Zone 3 stabilized, but we're losing pressure on the lead centralizers. We need Zone 2 secured.
Damn it, Peyton, the hydraulic tubes have burst. You'll have to get out on foot and repair it. Back in the rig. Secure that mooring.
I have to spin.
Corona's actual, Zone 2 stabilized. We're almost out of the woods.
Peyton, one last mooring to secure. Make it quick. The storm's almost here and we're gonna have to close the blast doors.
Corona stabilized. We're in the clear.
Blast doors ready. Waiting instructions. Corona's actual.
Was it a good game? That's a good one. Like, I wish there is a game like that. I like Titanfall. Titanfall was good. Damn, dude, I wanna fight monsters in a mech. That sounds good. A mech out of freaking Godzilla.
active marker on your HUD. Just follow that and dock your rig in the bay.
Jim! Scale. From the sound of all the cheering, I'm guessing the rig's working all right. Current retractors coming handy out there?
Yeah, kid. You done good.
I mean, it's kinda like a Pacific Rim, you know? Well, we have a mech and then we are running around doing stuff with the mech.
Oh, you're back. I haven't just been standing here the whole time, if that's what you're thinking.
There he is. LaRoche and everyone here at Coronas owe you big time, Peyton. You sure know how to make an entrance.
Coronas Actual. You copy? It's serious.
Talk to me, Jay.
Observation pod 5 disappeared into the ravine out of umbilical range. We're trying to get a visual from camera 8, but the lens is frozen over. I'm rounding up a rescue team, but they need to know where to set up the harnesses.
I'll have Peyton head down ahead of them and make contact. Keep me updated. Out. Peyton, that drink will have to wait. Here, this is a standard issue Camelot Felding grappling hook. You'll need it to descend the ravine.
What does this guy?
Don't
Okay.
waste a minute. I want them back alive.
Dumpling hooked. Okay.
Are you jogging laps? Is that it?
Meow sensor stickily? I see. Dude, this mech comes with a music player, dude. What? That is sick. GTA Fly needs this. Racing inside giant robot too. Every giant mech has to have one.
Okay, slight problem. Looks like the blast doors got frozen over solid. You'll need to manually force open the hydraulic door pistons with your claw arm. The pistons are on either side of the wall there. Great, now the other one. It's on the opposite wall. careful out there.
I'm here, fellas. You got pretty lucky. Landed on a solid outcropping. Seems stable enough. Anybody hurt?
Our life support's offline, and we could really use some air. Can you take a look at the exhaust on the TCS exchanger? It must have gotten crushed in the fall.
Yeah, I see it. Purge tubes are all tangled up. Give me a sec. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah! I can hear the life support kicking in now. Thanks, Jim. You're a lifesaver.
All right, you fellas sit tight. The rescue teams will be down here in a jiff.
Thanks.
Alright, there we go, a W.
I like you better than LaRoche.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It kind of dies the basically the same. I gotta get a gun. Probably has something like that. Welcome? Holy swap. Oh, cool. Get fucked on, yeah. Pretty good, I like it.
Hiya, Gracie. Got your message loud and clear. And the tunes. Great thought. Thanks. I'm here in one piece. Might be overstating it, but we made it. I'm safe. Just getting oriented. Yeah, there's nothing awkward about this at all. Guess we're gonna have to get used to it. Keep sending, okay? Remind me why I'm out here doing this. I miss you.
What the fuck? Let's go. Sunshine. Have you seen the sunshine? That's like your mom when she's doing the dishes. Oh god. That's what I mean. My mom do. And I fucking hate it. They had a little storm already? Damn. Stormy time! I think it is the previously artificial. The storm they are having.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Okay, we survived. Alright, need good. Really looking at for episode for the rescue. God damn, what out of that? How did he even... This place looks very weird. Boss Mike! Let's go! Alright, we got him. Oh my god, I love Last Planet? Sweet! Hey cousin, how you doing? I'm welcome. It was pretty good. I love the make with the freaking music player. That is so cool. Good, how are you? I'm doing good as well. How's your day?
Good.
What are we up to? Alright, last of level 1 and 2. I see, I see.
Harvest them regularly and you'll be raking in the credits in no time.
Got it, boss? I think this work is just my speed.
I mean, I'm playing good. Just started off playing Lost Path. Why not? So far it's pretty good.
And so it went for weeks.
I like the make, I like the gunplay.
Extraordinary became commonplace.
The graphics is pretty unique too.
Dealing with the cold and wild
Still holds up.
the new routine. Intense is real, but routine. I kept my sanity and wits by not thinking too deeply about what I was seeing and doing. It got lonesome sometimes, out in the Badlands. Music and weekly messages from the missus kept me company. I was making great dough, getting choice contracts. And that was the point after all. I made friends with the crew. They were a right good sort, those guys. Even LaRoche, for all his bluster, had his moments. For better or worse, I became Braddock's go-to guy. It had its benefits. But sometimes being the one to get the call meant you ended up in some damn strange situations.
What's wrong?
Plenty.
Harmonizer's almost out of juice. The one time I want an acre to attack.
Bobby! I mean, I'm figured, like, I kind of was wondering to find a game to play, but I was able to find one. Now, Last Planet is pretty good, so I'm gonna stick with this and then fully finish it. You know? Finally, right?
With minimal storm interference. It's our lifeline. 2 hours ago, we went offline, and we don't know why. We're effectively cut off from sending and receiving any off-world communications. Some acrid probably got his claws into it.
Whatever do you guys said, have you found any games that you are interested in?
Fight a horde of monsters in a rig without weapons, huh? Do you know how much of my income I waste on repairs? I
mean, the puzzle games are getting really old. Like, yeah. I got super
Yes, don't weaponize
born down by the puzzle games, so I just switched the genre.
I'm not going to jeopardize my operation because of your nerve deficit. It's called hazard pay for a reason.
Oh, please.
Hey, boss. Just noticed ComSat's offline. Yeah. Mind if I hustle down to the relay station? Give her a gander?
I was just talking to Mr. LaRoche about that very thing. Apparently he's got some concerns about making nice with the wildlife.
Well, no, I don't want to just snake a man's contract.
No. Take it. Get yourself killed.
Not for at least double, I mean.
Done.
What?
Be back by supper time.
Quartermaster Bowers would like to inform the crew that new stock from the latest supply drop is now available.
Mr. Payton, this is Dr. Kovac. Can you read me?
Loud and clear, Doc. And I told you can call me Jim.
As you like, Mr. Jim. I was hoping you could pay me a visit in my lab as your circumstances and logistics allow. Oh, and I believe I'm to mention that remuneration is involved.
So you have a job for me?
I believe I made that abundantly clear.
Oh, abundantly. I'll drop by soon, Doc.
Feels like we got some side jobs we can do too. Side quest.
Your turn to clean out the ice from the drainage culverts. Stop hiding.
Let me go to check the stock. Like, we need new weapons, and I am filthy rich. In the game, at least. So let's see where we can spend on. Yeah, that'll let me how to go.
Welcome back. Good. That upgrade's a must in my book. The less you gotta reload, the better, eh? Now that's a sweet one. Pump action, multi-shot capacity, authentic wooden stock. She's ideal for your close quarters combat. That ought to tone down your recoil quite a bit. Thanks, Jim. You keep fighting a good fight.
What is it, my opens? No idea. Just find a way to the top. I don't know how to do that. Yet.
Hey, Jimmy. The science team cooked up a de-icing spray so your rig doesn't freeze with every bad storm. Alrighty. Commencing anti-icing procedures. The spray ensures your rig won't freeze in place the second you step outside. But its protection is limited to storms rated below Cardinal class. Copy? Anything beyond that? No guarantees.
Hey, baby. Quick message, and, not to worry you, but apparently I am slipping quietly out of my mind. Today, I spent the better part of 20 minutes looking for a hat that I was wearing. This week, I found my keys in the door, on the outside, of course, my slippers in the shower, and my toothbrush in the refrigerator. Because you know how important dental hygiene is to produce. Seriously, what is happening? Unless the little man is telekinetic and evil, moving objects around with his mind just in order to drive me crazy, then your wife has become mentally unbalanced. So, that's good news, right? Yeah. I got things totally under control. I don't know. Kisses. Hey, baby. Quick message, and, not to worry you, but apparently I am slipping quietly out of my mind. Today I spent the...
near the fueling depot that's frozen clean over. It's on your way to Shackleton's Peak, roughly. You should make good time getting there. Stop by and clear it off your rig. In fact, you can consider that a standing contract. Anytime you see a frozen pump jack, just clear it off and invoice me later.
Run, Smash! Yes. Why are they keep coming? What the fuck? I think there might be nest or something.
Sorry to bother you while you're at work, but it wouldn't kill you to take the trash out every once in a while? That was terrible. Hey, darling. I can't believe it's been 6 months already. You'd think it would feel normal by now, but it doesn't. Especially not for Hank. He
Damn, his wife was being a constant mad. Boy, it was hard to through. Google what is. She is crazy. What the fuck? What is happening? Well, Emily. I gotta turn on the vibration. Jesus, I fucking hate it. Okay, there we go. I mean, I could have just ignored them and then moved on. I don't exactly have to fight them. Imagine that from top she human, but she's like alien. Possibly.
I don't want to overstate the obvious here, but it is frightly cold out here. Not just winter in Michigan cold. I took a deep breath this morning and the hair in my nostrils froze in place. No joke. Yeah, at least the air's clean, I'll give it that. I'd love to say I'm getting used to it, that the cold is growing on me. But it ain't. Since I came here on that ship, I haven't stopped thinking about you, Grace. Not for 1 minute. The bravery to let me go.
Me, I mind running in all directions.
Year or two. Or
What do you mean?
who knows? You are a very special lady. If I could stay as strong as you, I might just make it through this. I mean, it is rightly cold out here. Love you, babe.
That was an awkward message. Awkward. I don't think the story picked off yet. He's just working for now. I think it might pick up soon.
Jim, to reach the guts of the relay, you need to get to the top of the mountain. There's a heavy cargo tram system set up. Don't worry, it's plenty sturdy enough for your rig. You'll just need to use your claw to transfer the tram into place.
Tram station.
Docking procedure in progress.
Yeah, Jim Salvietti here. Listen, our remote feeds are confirming trouble with the tram system. It'll take a full reboot at the top of the summit to get it working, and you'll have to manually boot up each substation along the way. Pain in the ass, I know.
This is gonna be one of those days.
Heavy cargo successfully docked. System malfunction.
Jim, our feeds are showing one of the stations is back online. You'll need to reboot the rest of them along the way to get your rig up to the dish. There's a cave nearby that ought to lead to the first substation. Good luck.
Oh, okay. But do you want? Not yet. Someone has betrayed someone in this game? Probably.
Restored.
That ought to do it.
I gotta do 4 more of these. Goddamn. Oh my god, it's going down. I think we are dead. I think I am not fast enough. Damn, it would be this far back? Shit. What I get? Quick save I can do? Because I want to quick save after I kill those things. Hmm.
Power restored.
That ought to do it.
System online and ready.
There we go. Maybe you should have went to the other direction.
close.
Alright, let's get to work.
Station online.
Let's see what that did.
Wait, how do they get there? Oh.
Where the hell did he come from?
Yeah, that's actually a bit threatening. Spider-Man! Uh-oh. Okay. I'm learning about that more.
Station online.
Looks like the track isn't aligned. I better adjust it so it's heading toward the peak.
Track rerouted.
That should put us in the right direction.
But I can't climb up though. Am I missing something? It doesn't let me grapple. Yeah, that's odd. Oh. See, they didn't spawn in. Okay, fair enough. It's a bad idea to get an ammo pack next. Note that next upgrade ammo pack. Again, I like a single this player shooter, to be honest. It's more fun. I like Destiny. Too bad that game is pretty practically dead now. You know? But I didn't like the enemies that have like Cotulian as shield. That's kind of annoying to deal with, but overall the gameplay and the gunplay was good. Yeah. Gotcha. Yup. Destiny, that isn't another good game. Like a FPS game that's online you can play. Like in a sense, not like a PvE game. Not PvP. PvP has always been pretty good. Like we got Call of Duty, now Battlefield, and other stuff.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere.
So.
System malfunction. Rebooting system. System.
Darkness? What do you mean by darkness? What's darkness? Is it a game? Ah.
What the hell?
Cronus Actual, this is Peyton. I'm getting the relay patched out, but listen, I don't know how else to say this, but I think we might have a saboteur on the base.
Saboteur? What makes you say that?
I caught a glimpse of an unidentified person as I arrived. Ran off a cliff before I could get a good look, but I think they were tampering with a relay tower.
Jim, no offense. You're not supposed to go stir crazy until you've been here at least a year.
serious, boss. Somebody was out here.
All right, Jim, I believe you. First things first. Head into the relay station, raise the satellite dish, and call up the tram. You'll need your rig for the next one.
Okay. We got a big guy. You're dead? He obviously has another weak point. Where is it? Got him. There we go.
System malfunction.
I don't know why I'm surprised.
Are you sure this game came in like 2013? Ah man.
Power restored. Attention. Unlocking suspension lines and raising comm dish. Comm dish locked and ready for transmission. Rebooting system. System online and ready.
Cronus Actual, you copy? I've got the satellite dish working. I'm just waiting for the rig to come up.
It's your first time up this high, isn't it? 10 months before the Cronus expedition landed, an engineering crew was sent ahead of us to set up that tram system and the comm dish. It was a major endeavor, and as you can see, a marvel of structural engineering. The oxygen gets pretty thin up there, and winds can blow up to 180 miles an hour, so the challenges must have been extraordinary.
Attention. Heavy cargo tram is docked and ready.
Next time.
Okay, now that you've got the rig, use the claw arm to align the relay tower and re-establish contact between the comm dish and Coronis.
Let's go. Grab model. Let's go. Is my meat cooked? Oh no, I think I cooked it. Oh, it's still alive, okay. Got him. Fucking bitch. Die.
Jim, we did a roll call over here, and all Corona's personnel are present and accounted for, except you and Dr. Roman. She hasn't checked in for some time, and if there's any funny business afoot out there, I'd like to make sure she's all right. Do me a favor and check in on her before you head back.
Roger that, boss. Peyton out.
Money, 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 money.
Attention. Heavy cargo tram is docked and ready.
Dr. Roman?
Drop your weapon!
Whoa, whoa. Easy now, Doc.
Who are you? Where'd you come from?
I'm Jim Peyton. Just here to check
Where
up...
from?
From Coronis. What the hell, lady? Where else would I be from? Braddock sent me.
I know you.
That's right. I came down with that creepy fella you don't like, with the big head. Just hitching a ride, I swear. I barely know the guy. You may be done aiming things at me now?
Braddock sent you?
I want to make sure you're okay. See if you needed any help.
Touching concern after all these months. To what do I owe such an excess of caution?
Might ask the same, Shotgun Sally.
You've seen it then, haven't you?
It?
Someone in the distance. Watching.
Hard to know what I saw. They say folks start to crack up. Out here in the white too long?
Perhaps. Do you feel cracked?
Can't say as I do.
Then there's something the old man's not telling us. You realize that?
Trying not to.
I know how it is. You didn't come here to ask questions. But believe me, James, this place has secrets. Keep your eyes open, or they'll sneak up on you when you least expect it.
It's all good and ominous, Doc. I'm just here to do a job.
That's convenient.
If you're really here to help, there is one thing you can do. DNA tagger for your pistol. Collects, analyzes, and stores genetic patterns for my research. Want to help? There's an acrid nest just round the bend. Tag the egg clusters for me.
Sounds easy enough.
Take this. It's a motorized zipline attachment for your grappling hook. You'll need it to get where the eggs are.
Okay.
I guess any of these eggs will do. That should do it.
Oh, okay, that was easy. Jump off the cliff. It seems like, yeah, I don't know if you guys are seeing the news about world finance and stuff, but since the Donald Trump's kind of throwing a fit up with the tariffs and everything, China and other countries that don't like USA, they started to de-dollarize the import and export money, you know. So they instead of using dollars for transactions, they are now stocking up gold. And then since they keep printing dollars is getting cooked, you know. And there is an AI boom. So, I don't know, America is kind of a...
Good work, James.
Put on the rough place right now.
Credits to pay you what you're worth, but you can keep the zipline attachment. I'm sure you'll find good use for it. Best of luck out there.
Braddock, it's Jim. Dr. Roman's 5x5. I don't think you have to worry about her one bit.
Glad to hear it. Appreciate you going out of your way.
Of course. Anything else while I'm out here?
Besides the usual standing contracts? Actually, we did just survey a fairly massive T-energy deposit nearby, but it's inaccessible with your current equipment loadout. When you're back, you should talk to Gale about upgrading your rig with some kind of winch system.
Roger that. Peyton out.
Wait, did I hear my name? Listen, Jim,
Remember how I asked you to find that servo controller off LaRoche's scrapped wind charm a while ago and you sort of blew me off? See, the thing is, I'm gonna need that component if you want the upgrade Braddock's talking about. So, if you find it, I'll be happy to hook you up. I ain't bitter or hurt or resentful or nothing. I'm healthy like that.
I don't know, like US as a dollar has always been a universal currency for global trading, and they are keep pimping it, but your currency's value usually comes from trust and then the productivity of that country, right? Something it's kind of connected to it, like it is productivity, a country, but from the past 10 years, I would say, United States is not really producing anything, especially the smaller items, because they just imported from China, you see. So they are more reliant on China. So that's why if you see in the history, China became way better in terms of their productivity, and they became a richer country because of it. Yeah, if you check their GDP, they are like 16 or something, right? 16 billion or trillion or something. And then America is like 26. Every rest of the country, like rest of the world, is like 4 or 3, you know? Even Russia is like at 3, dude. So you got China as being a threat, technically, to the global economy because of their production capacity. You know? And then the Chinese guy now wants to de-dollarize them. Which is kind of a bummer. It's really a complicated thing. Even I don't understand the full extent of it. But from what I see, they are in a catch-22 position because they can't really win-win. Yo, can you leave me alone? Yeah, that humor is nice. Like, it's always been like that too. Chinese has a counter product for everything. The Americans make like for chips, they have Snapdragon, and then the Chinese got MediaTek, right? The Americans had Xbox. It's not technically Chinese, but Asians have PlayStation. We don't have a Chinese warriors?
Oh boy.
But everything else, they have a Chinese equivalent to it. Like a Chinese equivalent of YouTube, Chinese equivalent of Facebook, Chinese equivalent of whatever the fuck you can think of, TikTok. That's why TikTok was banned. You know, there is a reason for it. They just basically teaching America out there, that's pretty much. I think there is only one way. You know? Like, it won't lead to war or anything. I don't think people are that stupid. I hope not. But they will get more restrictive in terms of like a H1, Trump just got rid of illegal aliens, right? Like the immigrants or whatever.
Gale? I think I found that doodad you were after.
Sweetness. Just drop it by next time you're in the hangar. Pretty sure you know where to find me, and, you know, let's just keep this between us.
And then they try to increase the productivity of America itself. AMD became popular, yes, but AMD is all along a Chinese company. You think about how it works. You know, that's why Trump is investing more on the Intel rather than AMD. And NVIDIA as well. NVIDIA is an American brand. Right? Technically. I think they will figure out. Give me a second. Hello? There. சரிப்பா சரி ஓகேப்பா Yeah, I think they will figure it out. How do they, what can they do? $3 aversion issue. At least Trump was smart enough to figure this out even at the early stage. It didn't get even that bad, but it is bad though. You know? Yeah, discourage the freaking. That's why he implemented tariffs and then it kicked everyone that doesn't work there legally. And then they will. This is like, it won't happen this fast. Like, this will take years to see the result of this. Like, this is like a 10-year journey, I would say. It will has to have production improvement, and then people start to hire new workers. They have to be properly trained, educated, and stuff like that. So the American economic end kind of comes back, you know? But because what happens is, when you have cheap labor, like, it will kill the competition. Like, for example, India, NetEase? Yeah, NetEase, yeah. India also saw that as a threat. That's why most of the Chinese product kinda was banned here as well. Did more work? Okay. And then the data stealing, right? They steal your data and stuff and then monetize it. Like, that's also a thing, yeah. This is the global issue, right? And then like AI is taking over. I don't know what he can do to mitigate that damage.
#1 in medicine. #1 in communications. In philanthropy, the most generous corporation in the history of the earth. A beacon of hope in dark times. Nevek spans the galaxy in search of new energy sources. Earth's greatest champion. Mankind's best chance to endure and prevail. Nevek. For your future.
I mean, the worst case scenario for America is just that it's basically been supported by the AI boom from NVIDIA, and then the top five companies from the technology sector. Like, if those companies fall, America's economy is just womp womp, you know? This is done. I think AI is gonna pop. Like, it's beginning like a .com bubble, right? That is like everybody and their mother was implementing a .com bubble, and then people just throwing money at everything that comes out. That comes has a .com. And then there is like some companies like Google, Yahoo survived, but the rest of them died out. Like filtered out by the automatically. That's what's gonna happen with the AI. I think Google will survive because Google never was dependent on the AI. Probably Nvidia would be fine because they will just probably crawl back to gamers once again. Introducing 6080 Ti, it's like $1,000, faster than 5090, you know? If their stock price just plummets like 50%, that's what they're gonna do. Immediately. We are back to gamers again, you know? No shame whatsoever. Jensen has no shame. He will immediately crawl back to gamers. And then gamers will be so shameless as themselves as well. And then they was like, oh my god, let's forget about the past 4 generation artists disaster.
Yeah, me either.
You know? 6080 Ti is the best GPU ever. Name of that.
Busting out the welding goggles. On it. You were gonna dig that one. Always a pleasure, my man. Alrighty, sir. Upgraded your claw arm with a brand spanking new winch. Premium bi-steel synthetic cable, high-end abrasion guard, precision CNC machined roller fair lead. It's compatible with the zipline attachment on your grappling hook because you're my favorite. And not just because LaRoche doesn't let me upgrade his rig. This is the stuff. Now get out of here before I regret giving it to you. Kidding. Love you, enjoy. Don't break it.
Like, the problem is, like, in terms of stock market, like, from what I see, I've been researching about that for a while now. You have no idea which horse is gonna win. It's basically gambling.
And discover underground deposits. Like a hot and cold game.
You know? People see it, it's not gambling. Oh, you can see the progress report. What happens? Boom. COVID. Done. Stock market was tanked. You know? So if you who invested money before COVID, your stock will just tank to like 60%. You know? You will never know what's gonna happen. But you can reliably put something like in gold or some real estate maybe to an extent. Real estate also tanked in America. You know? Got fucked. Like in 2008 and 9, I think. But those assets are pretty reliable because you can't really print it. It's a very scarce thing to an extent. Depends on the location. You know? I even personally would not involve myself with it. It's just too much work. You know? Who wants to do that? It's too much maintenance. Okay, what now? So instead of just putting yourself in a single stock and then cooking yourself, what if you just can buy all of them? You know, that's the decent strategy to just survive some kind of bash. You know, like an index. You just invest on the index. But still, if the whole thing just kind of crumbles, I think index will go along with that too, so you get the idea. That's why I think one of the reasons Asmund is also watching Trump. Maybe he's just watching it because of content, but the good part about this you have to get from that is what Trump is saying. If he manages to stop the war between Israel, and then there is the other war is happening, right? Russia and Ukraine. If we manage to do that and then get rid of tariffs, if you have to watch that, then the gold price will fall because people have no need for a gold anymore, you know, because dollar will be increasing in its value, and then the stock prices will be increasing as well. At the same time, you have to notice AI. You know, AI is gonna make it out to the American market. You know, either it's gonna improve human further, or it's gonna pop and then blow up. Which one is gonna happen? I think it's most likely it's gonna cover itself. Like other companies, like some of the smaller companies that involve themselves with the AI is gonna completely disappear. Unless they come up with something that's very revolutionary. I don't think any companies, they don't even know how that thing works. You know?
I have news. Our son is walking.
I think Nvidia won't be affected by it that much.
But that counts, doesn't it?
Because he was pretty smart. Like Jensen, in an interview what he said, we are not selling it. I think he said he was selling shovels, you know. So people who want it big can buy that. He's just selling a tool instead of selling the dream, you know. So regardless, if the dream fails, the tool will be just a change, and then people will still use Nvidia cards anyway. Yeah. It will have like a handful of companies when the bubble pops will only use like a heavy AI, and then the rest of them just disappear. Damn.
Okay, since you
It's
asked,
brilliant, yeah, let's take it.
my environment suit here, this was made by Nevek's smartest engineers. This is not cheap. It's got breathable fabric, adaptive heat loss insulators, windproof laminates, moisture barriers, and micropores. Then it's machine washable. Right. Now, these heaters on the collar here, they do the heavy lifting of keeping my head warm when I'm in the elements. It's got its limitations, but keeping the noggin warm ain't one of them. So, is that wonky enough for you, or do I need to start talking about fluoropolymers? Cronus Actual, come in. I'm getting close to that massive T energy deposit. Looks like I'll have to use my new winch to get across this chasm. Hope LaRoche is listening.
Kiss my ass, Baron, and choke on your winch.
I mean, he already is having this much issues, and then there is one guy. CD needs to parents addict and then say to give free money.
Grasshopper pumps in the East Valley coming along. Complete bombo.
Free money to the people that doesn't even work. So you see how stupid that sounds? But you have this much threat. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Oh. Oh. But you already have this much problems? And there is my own guy just standing there and then saying, oh, just give people money. Like, that is so much. It sounds so copium. Like, somebody. Like, that's like someone that never been affected by any of this, you know, in their whole life. It's like those rich kids that say capitalism bad. It's sounds so pretentious. I don't know what's the good word about it. Like, it's just not possible, like, straight up. And you know how much of a political disaster it would be? Like, the opposition party will eat you alive if you just say free money. Oh, it just went higher in my heart. Welcome. That. Like, give me a second, let me talk about it. Like, okay, so the government is supposed to, let's say the government does give money to people. Where do they get the money from? You know? So, you could say they can get the money from taxes, right? People that's working. But people are not working because they are jobless. So where is the tax coming from? You could tax the companies, but the companies would just run to China. You know? And then they won't hire people because they are using AI to replace the workers in the first place. Right? So they don't have any jobs.
And going again.
So they are not going to pay taxes that much. They can't take it. They won't pay the taxes in the first place because their whole company is running on debt. So what do? You print more money to give to people. And what happens if you print money? Inflation. Everything is going to be costing you like $1,000. So this whole idea of giving people money is just Zimbabwe in Africa did this. Like that is a good example of this. You know, for inflation, and then when they start printing money and then giving to people. Like in Africa, I think it's Zimbabwe, I might be wrong. Zimbabwe did this and then went bankrupt in like a matter of like months. You know? It's just not possible. It doesn't work. Like the economy, it doesn't work like that. You know? So it's a stupid idea. What do? It's like basically it's a simple logic like this. You instead of teaching people to how to fish, you are just giving them fish. First, we have to figure out where to get the fish in the first place. You know? Then, as a whole, it's better to just teach the people how to fish and then give the fishing job instead of just giving them fish in the first place. Get it? It's pretty simple, right? Damn, I was dodging right there. Right in the moat. Let's go. And run back. I will shoot his ass. Yeah, he's dead. So you just have to. And then as people's argument was like, yeah, oh, those jobs that people don't want to do it. Yeah, but everybody wants to be a collector, or everybody wants to be a doctor. Who's gonna be, who's gonna be the patient? Who's gonna be the driver? Who's gonna do the star level? Like AI robots will do it, but how are you gonna sustain the people? Jobless people. You just have to like it. That's a. I think in China, what they did, they just cook something and then went full tyrant mode, and then forced people to survive it. You know. I don't know. I gotta research about that more. But I sure as hell know one thing though, free money, giving people free shit is not ever gonna work. Ever. Like that's not a good idea.
Cronus Actual, you copy? We gotta talk, boss. It's getting strange in a hurry out here. Coronas, come in. Can anyone hear me? Damn it.
But yeah, it means they got something
Who do you suppose built this?
work for, and then I have the money to give sustained life, survive. But even then, many people, when they retire early, they are actually miserable. They are not really happy if you think about this. Most cases. Like Keanu, like you've seen Keanu, right? That guy looks like a miserable. I don't know why. And some people just can't survive without working, like they just lose their minds. Like some people are just built that way. They have to work and do something. So it's better to just give productivity jobs to people rather than just to keep them at home.
I can't take care of.
The Acrid are now feeding on our power. As long as the main generator stays online, they're trapped in here with me. I repeat, this is a Code Red requesting assistance. It's been 3 weeks since we've heard a peep from your side. Is anyone out there listening?
Okay. I think that's the better idea. Like, discourage Chinese product as much as possible. Take the L with the dollar depreciation, and then start producing the products in domestic. Like, domestic production will save it, but not right now though. The stock is gonna tank for a while, but eventually they will figure it out. You know, it's gonna take years. They gotta start producing their own stuff. Like Intel gotta manufacture their own chips, dude. Alright, I'm gonna go get my dinner. And then you're gonna watch a video or something. And then we're gonna continue the game. Enjoy your dinner? Thank you, thank you. I'm just gonna bring you here and then watch a video. And then eat. Alright, let's see what's going on. I'm back. Let's see. Oh, Wally, hello. How are you doing? Vanakkam. What's up? Ali எப்படி போகுது? தீபாவளிக்கு ஏதாவது பலகாரம் உண்டா? Alright, let's watch a video.
Stream on the front page of Twitch for no reason that had a furry. So you guys, it's time. You might not like it, but it's time. It's time to learn who's really on the internet. So, I think most people know who furries are, what furries are, and that's how it is. But have you heard of cubs? Well, you know what a lion is. What do lions have? What are the kids that lions have? What do you call kids that lions have? Well, there it is. Need I say more? I would prefer not to. Fetish content should not be on Twitch, and to the extent that it is, it should be 18 plus verified users. The fact that this was on the front page probably isn't a proper noun, but we're going to do this anyway. Front page is either a testament to how morally rotted or absolutely retarded the Twitch product team is. Moderation team is.
Holy shit.
Okay. Yep, there we go. I think that pretty much settles it, right? There we go. Yep, seems good to me. This is a fetish within a fetish. This is a meta level fetish. And I said fetish content should not be on Twitch, and to the extent that it is, it should be 18 plus verified users. The fact that this is on the front page is either a testament to how morally rotted or how absolutely retarded the Twitch moderation team is. How do you know this? I know about the Holocaust. I didn't do it. You gonna try and play those games with me? Shut up. Everybody knows this. If you've been on the internet as long as I have, you know this. I'm sorry. This is just what happens. It's bad.
Oh.
Yeah, talk your shit.
Yeah, it sounds. I kind of see this furry shit in the anime too. It's so weird, dude.
I did not. You need to pay better attention. You've got to know these people, right? And what's the demographic? You dropped.
I think there's some things that shouldn't be normalized, like this. And then there is the hag magazine culture, and then there is the other one. Like, Jesus Christ. Those shouldn't be normalized.
Your gay card. Oh,
like,
wait,
this
really?
shouldn't be
No,
normalized.
Okay, so it gets even better. Baby Furcon, and then this is the person, obviously, that it actually is. And again, if you want to do and make fetish content on the platform, you know,
Jesus
Baby's
Christ.
last stream until after Baby Furcon.
What the oh my god.
Oh, man.
Man, these guys make Indians look better.
I get that it's fantasy and it's just consenting adults. But bro, this shit is so fucking weird. Like, stop. Like, what is this? Like, what are we doing? This is so weird. In my opinion, like, this is more inappropriate than actual porn. It's really, really weird. I don't know why it's like, if you want to do this, that's fine. But Twitch needs to come up with a reason why they thought this would be a good idea to be on the front page. It's borderline pedo shit. It is. It is borderline. I mean, I'm not saying. There's part of me that wants for me to say baby fur con should be
What's
short
that
for
a
baby
borderline
fur
bill?
convict, okay?
It is
Like,
what
that
it
was
is.
the first thing that came to
You know?
mind whenever I read that. I don't know about
It's
that.
exactly what it is.
I don't know about that. But like, what I do know is that it's
Yo,
really
again, me soul.
fucking weird.
Welcome back.
And you need to stop broadcasting your weird borderline pedophile fetishes on
Yeah, I
Twitch.
think people
Stop
people
it. This is
bring
so
back
weird. And
people should
Twitch
bring
needs
back
to just
shaming
totally
at this point.
fucking never support something like this. You should never support this. Like, it's gross. Even if you don't think this should be illegal,
Yeah,
and I'm not,
right, that's the
I'm not
word.
even saying it should be illegal, right? A lot of people would say it should be. I'm not saying it should or it shouldn't be. I'm reserving judgment. I haven't thought about it enough. It's certainly fucking weird though, right? I can think of somebody that needs a shock collar. Yeah, I guess so, right? And there it is, guys. There's a time and a place for everything. Yes, there's a time and a place for everything. This isn't the time or the place. The front page of Twitch is not the time and the place for you to have your borderline pedophile furry fantasy. It's not. Go back to DeviantArt. Go back to 4chan and stay there. Please. For everybody's sake. There's a whole ass Twitch team for like-minded, age regressive.
What?
Little space mission statement to grow a streaming community of like-minded, age regressive, or ABDL. I'm not looking that up. I'm sorry. We're never gonna know what that means.
Engage
I'm
the
not
working.
looking
What
that
the
up.
fuck is this, dude?
Of expanding those that want to feel accepted and represented through the format.
What
of
is this
game.
degeneracy that's been normalized? There is so much degenerate shit that's been normalized. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, maybe what they can do is they can have all of
Get
the
this shit out of
30-year-old
the internet.
streamers that are trying to fit in with the 20-year-old phase kids. Maybe they can join this team too,
Yeah.
since they also want to be age regressive. We'll strive for acceptance, understanding, and supporting kindness and love to one another and the world around. Was that too much? And the world around us. Man.
What the fuck?
I googled
Oh.
it. Don't. ABDL, adult baby diaper love. Do you remember what I said about how all artists aren't furries, but all furries are artists? Do you remember when I said that? I did say that. So, what is happening? It's time to go deeper. Yeah, I live as an adult baby. That's not gonna watch that one. Okay, I think it's time. Yeah, this reminds me of, do you remember in the Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, when Ultron was on the internet for like 3 seconds, and
20
then he
minutes or
decided that the
yeah.
only way forward is to kill everybody?
Humans need to go. Yep. You might not be wrong.
Like, what do you think the odds of that are? I understand. Yeah, guys. I don't think the good guys won that one, okay? Would you ever come to a furry convention? Sure. Yeah. And like, obviously, like, I mean, I think being a furry is kind of ridiculous and it's silly, but I don't hate furries. I have friends that are furries. I genuinely do. Yeah, I have a friend that makes fursuits even. We went to high school together. He's one of my best friends. And you know, I was really happy that he's doing well. And so that really that's the truth. And so I'm a very Emmy. Yeah, that's who it is. No, it's actually Tectone. But anyway, I don't know. This is weird. And I don't think that people like this should be posting it on a platform where there's young people, right?
Okay, what is this Cassandra? Let's see it.
What is this?
It's pretty wild for him to say that. I mean, it's a wild position for him in particular to say,
Say
that,
what?
considering, you know,
what is he saying?
The org that he was a part of and how many people had to leave the organization.
Do you know why they had to leave? It's because I was one of the people that made that decision. And at the time that I had to decide whether I was going to support something like that or not, I made the best decision possible. At least at the time. That's why a lot of them aren't part of it anymore. I think this argument defeats itself.
But I guess they're American citizens, so it's appropriate.
There's no reason why any... Who got convicted of rape? Oh, that's right. Nobody. Oh, right. Okay, so this is a...
Okay. These are all the topics that I'm not interested in. Let's watch something else. I don't care. This is just so much of retarded politics they've been yapping about. Who cares about that, dude? Play video games and then stick to your lane. I think I should just stop watching those kind of videos. Only videos that are about gaming related, because most of the people, like, how the fuck, what do you even know about those? I don't know what are lakes that shouldn't exist. As well as that. That sounds interesting.
A mile below the surface of the Red Sea is something that, by all measures, shouldn't exist. A phenomenon so strange it's rewriting what we know about the origins of life on Earth. And perhaps even outside of it. In 2020, the Ocean Explorer research ship launched a submersible into the depths of the Red Sea. After 8 hours of scouring the abyssal plain, they had found nothing. Just a lifeless desert in the perpetual darkness. But moments before they were about to give up and return to the surface, the submersible's headlights caught something in the distance. A murky shape about 20 meters wide, which looked like a dark mirror laying flat on the seabed. Squinting, they made out what appeared to be a thick fog hanging over it. And as they got closer, they realized what they were seeing
Did they blow the fourth wall? Let's go.
The surface of that giant mirror wasn't glass or rock or even sand. It was water. How could that be? They were already underwater. But it was right there in front of their very eyes. What appeared to be an underwater lake at the bottom of the ocean, encircled by a beach with gentle, slow-motion waves lapping against the shore. Only a handful of humans have ever seen this sight in person. And we now know something that makes it even more eerie. Any creature who dares to venture below the surface of that strange water never comes back. And yet, down here in the deathly darkness,
oh, did he?
there is something unthinkable. A strange, primitive form of life, existing in a way completely alien to what we ever thought possible on Earth. But now, in 2025,
What are those?
thanks to a series of remarkable discoveries, this surreal underwater environment is helping to revolutionize our understanding of how life can exist on Earth. And maybe beyond. So where did this mysterious underwater lake come from? What could possibly live here? And whatever it is, could it be the key to understanding how life began?
Damn, he is hyping up this.
I'm James Stewart. and
I'm
you're watching
curious.
Astro
What about you guys?
Join me in this video as we
Holy
journey
shit.
beneath the surface and come face to face with whatever is hiding down there.
What the hell? This is more
Now, I should
interesting
start
than
off
the
by
new
saying,
Witcher.
despite making giant leaps in our understanding of underwater lakes over the last few years, Ocean Explorer was not the first to find one. The earliest reference to an underwater lake dates back to the 1st of March 1964, and it's a tiny article barely taking up a quarter of a page buried deep in a scientific journal. The author, a humble English oceanographer called Henry Sharnock, had found what he called anomalous bottom water, 2 kilometers under the Red Sea. I like to imagine the wonder and perhaps even the terror that Henry felt when research indicated it was possible for a lake to exist at the bottom of the ocean. What it was or why it existed, he had no idea. All he knew was that it was there and that it should have been impossible. Without knowing it, Henry had stumbled on something that would shape how we understand life on our planet forever. While he could only guess at the water's origin, Henry spotted one intriguing detail. It was incredibly salty. Far saltier than the water above it. This seemingly minor observation gives us the first clue to finding out what these bizarre formations actually are. It seems
Probably made by
impossible.
volcanoes or something?
How does a lake in the middle of an ocean exist? One thing I am not salty about is my choice of skincare. We've once again partnered with our friends at Geology to bring you skincare that doesn't just float, it makes waves. If I'm honest, my old skincare routine was pretty washed up, but since using Geology, it's gone from brine to fine. Geology is a 41-time award-winning brand separated from its competitors like brine separated from seawater. Their salicylic acid face wash, total power wash for your face, washes away impurities like a riptide without leaving you high and dry. Retinol night cream, smooth sailing to reduce wrinkles, and if you're tired of stripping your scalp like a tide pool in low tide, their co-wash keeps your hair anchored and healthy. Take their 60-second quiz today and get a personalized routine shipped and delivered right to your door. And the best part is you can soak up 70% off your personalized trial set. So what are you waiting for? Wade on in. And unlike fish wandering into a brine pool, you'll definitely come back to Geology. See, the more salt dissolves in the volume of water, the more dense it gets. That's why you might be able to float on your back in the sea, but not in a swimming pool. The higher salt content in the seawater makes it more dense, so relatively speaking, you become less dense and rise to the surface. It's the same with an underwater lake. That incredibly salty water is more dense than the seawater around it, so it sits at the very bottom of the ocean, collecting in the natural depressions on the sea floor. In fact, the water here is so salty and so dense that a submersible literally bounces off the surface like a trampoline. Theoretically, if you were able to breathe and survive the pressure down there, the surface of the lake would feel like a giant waterbed. Scientists call these underwater lakes brine pools, and they can stretch up to 20 kilometers in length, forming majestic lakes, rivers, and even underwater waterfalls. But even more curiously, they can reach hundreds of meters in depth. So you might be wondering, what stops the brine from just spreading out and mixing with the surrounding
Wait, that
seawater?
would probably can
How
sustain a
is there
whole
such a
civilization a
clear
lot better.
surface line? After all, if you were to add a splash of brine to a glass of fresh water, it wouldn't sink and collect at the bottom of the glass, would it? It would just mix in with the water, right? So what stops this from happening at the bottom of the ocean? Well, the answer comes down to two distinct natural processes working together in a unique way. The first has the complex name of double diffusive convection. And once again, Henry's observations gave us the first clue of what was happening here. That anomalous water he noticed wasn't just unusually salty, but unusually warm. So imagine, at the very bottom of the sea, you have this anomalous water that is both warm and salty. Directly above it, you have water that is cooler and less salty. This means that both salt and heat in the bottom water want to spread upwards to the top water. In theory, this should mean that the extra salty water just dissolves away and gets lost in the rest of the ocean. But here's the key thing. Heat spreads 100 times faster than salt, so naturally it gets there first. This means that the water directly above the surface of the lake is warmer than usual, which causes it to rise into the water above. Meanwhile, on the other side, the water directly below the surface of the lake gets cooler, which makes it sink down into the lake. As a result, the top layer of the lake wants to move further down into the lake rather than up out of it. And the seawater directly above it wants to move up and away from the lake rather than down into it. This double diffusive convection is what creates that sharp boundary between brine and seawater, which causes a clear tide.
What if you pointed it? What else then?
The surreal appearance of an underwater lake.
This absolutely thing is hard as hell. What do you mean?
You might have noticed something wrong with that model. Even if there is a clear-cut threshold between brine and regular water, there is still salt going across that line. So effectively, the lake is constantly losing brine to the water above. In theory then, the lake should vanish, like a rock pool evaporating over time. And that's where the second natural process comes in. See, underwater lakes aren't just puddles of salty water, they're constantly in flux.
Pressure sensitivity, yeah.
Just as brine is continually vanishing into the water above, it's also being replenished from underneath. The lake exists only because of the delicate natural balance between these two opposing processes, the first trying to shrink the lake and the other to grow it. So where is it being replenished from, and what is this seemingly endless source of warm, salty water coming from deep in the earth? You may have heard of plate tectonics, but to answer this question, we need to understand salt tectonics. Scientists scratched their heads about this for decades, until eventually the answer began to reveal itself. Across the entire world, we found brine pools in just 3 places. And these 3 places all have one thing in common: a weird geological feature which allows these pools to form. The first we've mentioned already, the Red Sea. The other 2 are the Gulf of Mexico and the Mediterranean Sea. So what's the underlying feature they have in common? They're all bodies of water that aren't giant oceans, perhaps? They're all partly enclosed? Well, that's part of the answer. But here's the key thing. At some point in their history, all 3 of these water bodies were cut off from the ocean. During the Jurassic period, the Gulf of Mexico was sealed off from the Atlantic Ocean by a narrow strip of land. More than 100 million years later, so was the Mediterranean. And by this point, the Red Sea had also been shut off from the waters of the Indian Ocean. When these seas got closed off from the ocean, they essentially became giant basins. With no new water flowing in, the remaining water in those basins evaporated over time, leaving behind something unusual: a thick residue of salt. Over the following millions of years, that salt residue was buried by layers of sediment, which pushed it deeper and deeper into the earth. So when those dried up basins eventually rejoin the oceans and fill with seawater again, they created a unique set of geological conditions. Above, you have a sea, and below, you have an enormous
Damn,
pile
this
of
one big like a
salt.
million years or something,
Only
dude.
because of the sediment
This one
layer
big
in
forever to
between
come
that the
up.
salt doesn't come into contact with the seawater. But you might be able to guess what happens next. As the sediment keeps piling up over time and the salt gets buried deeper into the Earth's crust, something extraordinary happens. The sediment on top gets so heavy that it begins to squash the salt underneath, which forces it to shift and move around. This process, known as salt tectonics, causes warping and cracking in the sediment layer, which allows seawater to seep down over time and mix with the ancient salt below. This forms an ultra-concentrated brine deep down in the earth. As the sediment continues to move around, that deep underground brine, warmed by the Earth's heat, gets squeezed up into the ocean and settles on the ocean floor. Now, at last, finally, we've got ourselves an underwater lake. But brine doesn't just sit in lakes, waiting for its next victim to enter its salty domain. Brine can also flow underwater too. During a dive in 2018, the remotely
Does anyone live there? I think there are some creatures that will be alive there.
peered over a low
Pretty sure
line
some
on
of
the
them are
seafloor,
alive then.
gazing towards the sediment-lined depression that lay below. It spotted a small pool, filled with the dark blue water we're accustomed to seeing with brine falls, accompanied by the graveyard of dead mussels and bright white shells that had fallen victim to it. But as the camera panned up, away from the pool, it captured something even more dramatic than the brine pool itself. Described by Noah as long blue-grey-black streaks of stained sediment, juxtaposed against the tan-coloured slope above the brine pool. Tracing the sediment path upwards, brine appeared to be flowing from above, down the slope and into the pool below. What they had found was an undersea brine waterfall. It's possible this particular waterfall began to form over 180 million years ago during the Jurassic period.
180 million years ago?
Subsequently, it has cut upwards
What the
towards
fuck?
the sea floor in columns and ridges known as diapirs. The concentrated brine
Oh
fluid,
my
much
God.
denser than salt water as we've discussed, can flow onto the sea floor. The diapirs act like channels, directing the brine towards the low-lying areas it occupies and creating the waterfall. But what manner of creature could possibly survive down here, if indeed anything can survive at all? Phew, okay, so now
No,
we
I'm
know
gonna fish.
what these underwater lakes are and where they come from.
You know the one
Let's
with the
dive into the
ugly
real
face?
question. What is lurking down there, and what does it mean for us? At a first glance, the conditions don't exactly seem ideal for life.
I mean, if something is alive over there,
Unsettlingly,
it's gonna be
scientists
old as
found the
shit.
shorelines littered
Holy
with the
hell.
corpses of fish, crabs, lobsters,
That's like
and
180
eels.
million years
What
old.
they didn't know is that some of those corpses, crabs, lobsters, unsettlingly,
Wait, what?
scientists
Give me a
found the
second.
shorelines littered with the corpses of fish, crabs, lobsters, and eels. What they didn't know is that some of those corpses have been there for decades, preserved in the super salty water, like an underwater mass grave of mummified sea creatures. But they soon realised what was happening. Whenever a fish or eel passed by, which admittedly was quite a rare sight on the deep abyssal plain, scientists noticed they mostly avoided the briny water. And when they did wander below the surface, they rarely came back. Within a few seconds of diving below the lake, they were struck by violent convulsions. Fish writhed uncontrollably, and eels wrenched themselves in knots. This toxic shock is caused by the extreme level of salt, and it's the fate of any unlucky creature that ventures too deep into the lake. Once it strikes, their only hope is to rise above the surface into the familiar ocean water above. Most, however, are not so lucky. Because of these extreme levels of salt, underwater lakes are also anoxic, meaning there is no oxygen for life to survive, at least not as we know it. And if that weren't inhospitable enough, the salty anoxic water is also loaded with toxic methane, which should surely snuff out any remaining chance of life. You would really think this is the worst place on Earth to live, wouldn't you? A toxic hot tub of death miles below the ocean's surface. No oxygen, no light, alone in the perpetual darkness of the deep sea abyss. And yet there is life, a host of fantastical creatures living in one of the most extreme habitable environments on Earth. Vast colonies of bright green tube worms stretch for hundreds of meters in all directions. Giant 100-year-old mussels packed tightly around the shores of the lake. This mussel beach is home to a carnival of shrimps, snails, weird squat lobsters and jelly-like crabs. Even larger predators like fish, octopuses and cutthroat eels come to the lake in search of food, like a watering hole on the African savannah. But most successfully of all, hagfish. These slimy eel-shaped fish lurk on the water's edge, waiting for unsuspecting prey to wander into the brine. The moment that toxic shock takes hold, the hagfish swoops in and snatches their body for food. These hagfish are ancient creatures older than dinosaurs. Often called living fossils, they're strikingly similar to the very first vertebrates to appear on Earth hundreds of millions of years ago. But recently, scientists noticed something even more curious about them. They are the only animals that seem to be immune to the toxic effects of the lake. While all others die in seconds, hagfish come and go as they please, diving into the lake to catch their food.
That thing is so old, so they just call it hagfish.
It's a mystery yet to be solved.
Oh god.
Even more staggering than how our hagfish thrives down here is how the ecosystem itself does, because it involves a toxic gas. So how on earth does this alien ecosystem actually survive? Not only is there no oxygen, extreme salinity, and a cocktail of toxic gases, there is also no sun. In fact, the submersible's headlight is the first light that has shone here since the ocean was formed. Before deep-sea ecosystems like these were discovered, scientists thought all life was powered by the sun. Green plants soak up the sun's energy and turn it into food through photosynthesis. These plants, which are then eaten by animals, form the base of the food chain. Oddly enough, this applies even in the deep ocean where the sun doesn't reach. Life here still survives on morsels of food that drift down from the surface. A marine snow made of dead plankton, sea plants and other food, all of which derive their energy from the sun.
There is only two conclusions you can make. Either our cell evolution is significantly better, it can survive on any scenario possible, or someone is actually controlling it, you know. That's the two things I can think of.
But when researchers first stumbled upon brine pool environments, it was
this is insane.
Something different. An oasis of life completely independent.
Even in that toxic area, there is something is living.
These creatures seem to have their own mysterious source of life-supporting energy. So if it's not the sun, what do they live on? To find the answer, we need to look inside the mussels that cluster around the shores of the lake. Under a microscope, scientists found that the interiors of their shells were packed with bacteria. Now, these weren't ordinary bacteria like the kind we see every day. These were specialized bacteria with one extraordinary ability, which holds the key to the survival of the entire ecosystem. They can turn chemicals into food. The specific chemical is methane, and fortunately for them, brine pools are loaded with it. This is called chemosynthesis. Just as
No, it's not fortunate. I think they evolved themselves to in order to consume methane. You know, it's not fortunate for them. They just evolved to do them.
Into food through photosynthesis.
Yeah.
These bacteria can do the same thing with methane.
Holy shit!
Spewing out from deep in.
It's like an AI. Like we are basically the cells. Kinda is an AI. It's self-learning. It takes forever to learn itself, but goddamn, it definitely learns it.
Unlikely as it may seem, the toxic soup, which kills almost any animal.
So that is a freaking bacteria that can change methane into food? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Is actually the very
Jesus
thing
Christ.
that keeps them alive.
This is
Just as
insane.
plant photosynthesis is the basis of life for all animals in the sun, these chemosynthetic bacteria turn the toxic methane in the pools into the lifeblood of an entire ecosystem. The bacteria themselves live deep in the gills of the mussels, both depending on the other for survival. In return for supplying them with energy, the mussels protect the bacteria from grazers and filter feeders. At the same time, they also provide a shelter to the shrimps, lobsters and crabs that live and feed amongst them. Such an abundance of life in the middle of a vast and otherwise barren abyssal plain, totally independent of the sun's energy, astounded the scientists who first found it. In fact, it seemed to them that these ancient life forms were a window into how life might have first begun. And now, in 2025, scientists increasingly wonder whether nearly 4 billion years ago, the first life on Earth might have appeared in an environment just like this. Previously, it was a very different story. In a scrawled letter from
4 billion
1871,
years ago?
Charles Darwin suggested
God
that
damn.
life first appeared in, as he puts it, some warm little pond with all sorts of ammonia and phosphoric salts. While it might seem so at a glance, Darwin's little pond was certainly not an underwater one, but rather a shallow tidal pool with heat, light and electricity present. This gave rise to the popular primordial soup theory, which imagined life was born in a warm, nutrient-rich rock pool, spectacularly flashed into being by a bolt of lightning. This idea persisted for almost a century. But in the late 1900s, when we discovered deep-sea chemosynthetic environments like brine pools, everything we thought we knew about life's origins was turned on its head. If life
So
could
we
truly
still don't know
survive
jack
without
shit.
the sun,
Okay, got it.
then could it have started in a similar way? The first of these
Wow.
chemosynthetic environments to be found wasn't actually a brine pool, but something called a hydrothermal vent. Hydrothermal vents are enormous smoking chimneys at the
Yeah,
bottom
we
of
still
the
don't
deep
know what the
ocean,
fuck is going on.
spewing out torrents of superheated chemical soup from deep in the earth. Much like brine pools, around these vents, scientists found an abundance of life, surviving not from the sun's energy, but from the energy in that chemical soup, harvested by colonies of chemosynthetic bacteria. The discovery was groundbreaking. Even today, more than 50 years after they were first discovered, the conventional view says that hydrothermal vents are the most likely site for the very first life on Earth. But now there's another contender. Before brine pools were discovered, it was inconceivable that life could survive in such extremely salty conditions. But in recent years, the uncovering of rich bacterial and complex life there widens the goalposts for how and where life can survive. And there's one even more tantalizing piece of evidence that points towards a brine pool-like environment as the potential cradle of life. We know life almost certainly appeared somewhere in the ocean between 3.5 and 4 billion years ago. But here's the interesting thing. Scientists think Earth's primordial oceans at the time were number 1, poor in oxygen, number 2, rich in methane, and number 3, most intriguingly of all, extremely salty. What else is poor in oxygen, rich in methane, and extremely salty? A brine pool. What this means is the brine pool environment is remarkably similar to the conditions in Earth's ancient oceans at the exact time life began.
Brine pool.
That's why scientists who study them think they might be the best analogue we have of the place where life first began. And to take this a step further, could these alien environments guide the ongoing search for life beyond Earth? While this, after all, is a channel about Earth, not space, let's just take a moment to imagine. If some environment similar to brine pools were to exist elsewhere in the solar system, or even beyond that, it would be as good a place as any to find life. Two of the most likely contenders are Europa, a moon of Jupiter, and Enceladus, a moon of Saturn.
I have a question though. Did they find any life in any planet, like a bacteria or something? I don't think they did.
What's more, these oceans are likely as salty as the oceans on early Earth, potentially creating similar conditions to those where life began on Earth. Before the discovery of deep-sea chemosynthetic environments like brine pools, these subterranean oceans would have been written off as unsuitable for life. This is because the layer of crust above blocks out the sunlight, previously thought to be essential to support living beings. But now, it's a far more exciting story. Deep in the pitch-black oceans of these two distant moons, could there be briny oases of life hidden beneath the ice? It's certainly possible. Either way, we'll have to wait at least until the year 2030 to find out, when NASA's dedicated Clipper spacecraft will finally arrive at Europa and begin its search for life. Of course, we're moving towards speculation here. We simply don't know enough about brine pool environments to make concrete claims that life began under similar conditions, or that they can be found.
Wait, they actually sent the fucking satellite to figure out if there is living things in Europa?
Of Europa and
oh my god.
What we do know is they completely changed our understanding of how.
Wait, where is Europa? I think it's around Jupiter, right? Maybe even further after that.
As we continue to unravel the mysteries of these surreal underwater environments, the potential for incredible discoveries only grows. After all, who knows what wealth of secrets might still be lurking below the surface, just waiting to be found.
This is insane. Such a good video. Let me link the video, you guys can check it out. I mean, we kind of seen a similar version of this in Finding Nemo, like the movies. I mean, they also had an underwater version kind of thing, right? But being that area being that much toxic, and then there is living things over there without zero sun, I mean, there's already the living things in what of that sun doesn't even reach. Survive. We've seen those guys. But this is even interesting, you know. But that's the problem though. Like, if there's if those kind of living things exist, I don't think it will evolve to the point it will have cognitive thinking like humans, you know? Probably not. You can barely survive. Alright, let's see. I want to rate someone and then call it a day. Is there any raid recommendation you guys want to give? Or we can just play someone that I know. And then call it a day. Let me wait, Anthony. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will come back tomorrow and continue playing the game. And stick around for the raid. And you guys can follow the B as well. See you soon. Have a nice day. Bye bye.